Hey Leos, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. Thank you so much for joining me today. Sorry if that is distracting. I'm kind of like in town because I've just been driving for days, and so I'm like, I stopped and I was like, okay, I just need to like stop driving. Anyways, the sword, the venom, there's just lawnmowers and everything else. The mask, the unseen, the lover, the starborn, and the unseen. I don't know if that'll help any or not. It's fucking loud. Sorry. Okay, anyways, Leos. I mean, kind of away with the bullshit. Right? But I feel like this is long-term bullshit. Like, I don't even necessarily feel like this is just like recently, right? When you go through all of these retrogrades, we've got all of these things that we've been doing and like seeing ourselves differently and really just recognizing patterns, recognizing like why some things just won't work, and and sometimes you just need to go back and check and see, but that's a beautiful thing, because sometimes when you go back and you check and see, you're like, oh, and I don't know, maybe it's a me thing, because I see myself through other people's eyes a lot more easily than I can just see myself for whatever reason. And it's like, I don't know, I carried a lot of guilt. I've carried a lot of guilt for years, and I feel like I've revisited things that released me from that guilt in the most kind way imaginable, that you're just like, thank you, universe, for having my back. But in this realization, you're able to really, I think, release yourself from some ideas that you had about yourself, or some things that you were carrying with you that you thought, well, this is what has to be, because we're Leos, we're fixed. Like, sometimes we just get stuck on something and we're like going along thinking that's the way it has to be, but it doesn't have to be that way at all, and I don't know, I might have to redo this. We have the unseen. The unseen's been showing up a lot lately in my reads. I feel like there's just something that is out of reach for me right now, just in terms of like really being able to, like, I don't know, I pull imagery, right? And I don't have any imagery with that, so I just feel like that's for a reason. But whatever it is, I think that it has a lot to do with you really stepping into yourself, releasing an idea of who you have to be, to the point of purpose. I do think that sometimes we cling to the idea of purpose to the point where it's detrimental, because if you're not fulfilling your purpose, then what use are you? What good are you? What value do you have? And then you want to hide in shame because you're proud and you're like, oh, la, 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 you know what I mean? Shout out to my Sedona sister, because she showed me so many things that I needed so desperately to see, and helped me to release so many things. And I feel like with that release of those things, you're able to really just step into the power of who you are, fall in love with yourself, maybe fall in love with somebody else, and have a surprise along the way. Okay. Leos. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy birthday, me. Tomorrow, but yeah. Okay, Leos. We have the Ace of Wands, Justice, the Six of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Well, yay, Justice. Feeling like you're whatever blockage there's been, I feel like it's been removed. And when it's removed, I feel like finally things are flowing. Finally things are just like happening, like justice at last. And being swept up in the idea of an opportunity Leos, for some of y'all, for some of us, it could be a, you know, like a love offer that's being made, that's kind of sweeping you up into this opportunity. It could be that it's an opportunity that swoops you up into, you know, a relationship with somebody who, you know, like there's a love offer involved with that. But whatever it is, it feels momentous. You know those before and after moments in life sometimes, like marker moments, like before this happened and after this happened. I feel like this is a marker moment for you. It might not be some huge dramatic thing, but I kind of feel like maybe it is a little bit huge and dramatic. I mean, you know, Leo season, Venus is in Leo retrograde, but the moon is in Leo. They're just like Leo. You know, like, of course it's big and dramatic. Okay. The Six of Wands. The power of manifestation. I don't know. I have to share this story though, because my friend, the last new moon, because I mean, you know, we've been like, manifestation has just been like a huge topic of conversation for us for like the whole summer, honestly. And so, you know, the new moon, the last new moon, she wrote specifically exactly what she wanted. And legit, that day, dude rolls up. I mean, on God, they're gonna get married. Like, I've never, like, they met, they connected, they didn't part ways, and they are, you know, like, they're doing their best to be as, you know, like, responsible and communicative and, you know, just like aware of like what's going on, and they're doing a beautiful job. But like you just see the two of them together and you're like, yeah of course. You know, and I don't think that will happen for all of us. Like, we write it down and then it just magically appears. But there is this idea of manifesting something that you've been waiting for a while. The Two of Cups is the idea of a couple who's separated, but they know that they won't be separated forever. And Leos, I don't know. You know, because I don't know. Because sometimes I think that things catch us off guard. And there are different ways that you can be connected to people. You know what I mean? Like, so many different ways. But I feel like there's this understanding of like knowing that you're going to be coming back together with someone, that you've manifested this, that this is what you wanted. Manifest. All right, Leos. What else we get for us? Oh, it's so hot. But I can't open my windows yet because they're still out there using the weed whacker and lawnmower and whatever the fuck else. But I missed grass. It's so green. I was like, oh, green. I mean, the forest is green, but like, not grassy green. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Tower, and Five of Swords. I do kind of get the feeling that there's just been this end that you've experienced, you know, where you're just kind of like, like it just wasn't going to work, you know, you needed to just lay down your weapons. Again, it's just kind of that idea of like what we've been revisiting and understanding like why it wasn't going to work. And when we grow and we develop and we change, things that kind of fit with us before, and then we go back and we think, well, maybe now it'll fit even better. And then you're like, no, now it fits even worse, you know? And so I feel like there's just been this idea of like, through all of these revisitings, you're really starting to understand just how much you've changed. And I feel like in understanding how much you've changed, you're experiencing this release. it's allowing you this opportunity to really, you know, like put your skills to use. And I love that, Leos. Okay, let's do one last card for us and we'll call it a read. The Riddle and the Destroyer. The fuck? I mean, I guess I want to say that I want to go to this because sometimes things get broken along the way and you don't really understand why, and I feel like there's an understanding of why, an understanding of the changes, an understanding of I don't know, meeting people where they're at, you know. And I know Leo's like, personally, if I feel like you can't meet me where I'm at, why the fuck am I gonna meet you where you're at? You know what I mean? But when you have people who are, you know, like operate on that same level, then you don't get anywhere, and that's just like kind of how it is. But I feel like there's an idea of like meeting in the middle somehow. But you have to figure out how to do that, because if you don't, I think that it'll be an understanding of why you parted ways and were never able to come back together, right? But I feel like what we've been doing is revisiting a lot of things in our past, understanding how we've changed, understanding why we don't fit with the things that we fit with in the past, and in a sense kind of losing our security blankets a little bit. I don't know. Okay, Leos, well, I hope this resonates. 12:12 when I look at the clock. If this does resonate, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.